Get ready for an exciting journey of knowledge and entertainment. Let's move on to the first clip.
What happens to a soul
Very. After death,
after suicide?
the process of death has happened, which is beautiful. And after suicide, no, it just hovers. And that is the time where all these lower energies and all, they get hold and whatnot. But it hovers, it is struggling.
The person who claims that the soul hovers after death is contradicting the teachings of the Upanishads. In the Katha Upanishad, it is said, Na jayate mriyate va vipashchinnayam kutaschin babhuv kaschit. Ajo nityah shashvatoyam purano na hanyate hanyamani sharire. Meaning, the soul is neither born nor does it die. It is unborn, eternal, imperishable, and ancient. Even when the body is destroyed, the soul is not destroyed. The soul is one, all-pervading, and exists equally in all beings. When the soul is all-pervading and indivisible, how can it hover after death, leaving the body? The notion that the soul hovers after death contradicts the teachings of Advaita Vedanta and the Katha Upanishad, where the soul and Brahman are considered one. Therefore, it is not appropriate to believe in the claims made by such individuals, as they do not align with the truth of the scriptures. The problem here is that ideas like miracles and reincarnation are more attractive and sensational, so people blindly accept them. But to ignore true spirituality and knowledge and promote false claims is actually an insult to our religion. Let's move on to the next video.
But at the same time, again, people don't know, but in a way that is clearly mentioned, there is gravitational force and electromagnetic force, which is constantly working. The electromagnetic force pulls that so-called vasana and hovering and pushes it into another birth. But when it comes in another birth, it has to pay for the... So it's a very beautiful cycle.
Are they talking about electromagnetic forces and gravitational forces? Desire is a quality of the mind, which is part of the brain. The brain is a part of the body, and if the body does not exist, neither will the brain nor the mind. So, if the soul has no brain, how can it carry desires, as these individuals claim? My friend, what kind of Vedas have you studied? I think you've only heard stories and never done any intellectual homework. Well, I didn't expect much from you anyway.
When the so-called soul leaves the body, it takes away it takes away all the sanskars and vasanas, but it loses identity also. That is the reason the body should be burnt ASAP, because it tries entering the body again. If you're
According to this gentleman, if the soul can carry desires, then it should also be able to smell, right? A rotting body starts to stink, so why would the soul try to return to such a stinky body? In reality, people cremate bodies quickly to prevent them from decaying, not because the soul is trying to re-enter it. Let's move on to the next video.
suppose I have lived a very miserable life, and then I've done sadhana and my life has changed. That is okay. But if you are living Tom is living a very miserable life, he will leave the body from the lower orifice, from the anal, from the reproductive organs. And that time human birth will be difficult. And there are few people who leave the body from the high orifice. It is said when you leave from the high orifice, you will be given a human birth again, so that you can walk on the path again. That is how reincarnation comes. Why animal made, plant, animals, वो वैसे cycle है.
Okay.
What kind of distorted logic is this? As we discussed earlier, the soul has no brain, the brain is a part of the body. So, how would the soul know that its body had committed bad deeds and, therefore, should exit through the anus or reproductive organs or the mouth? When a person dies, the body's natural processes cease, but bacterial activity continues, especially in the digestive system. The bacteria in the intestines break down organic matter, producing gases such as methane, hydrogen sulfide, and carbon dioxide. As these gases accumulate, they increase pressure within the body. This pressure causes the gases to escape through natural openings such as the mouth or anus. This release of gas can produce sounds like farting, and if the air passes through the vocal cords, sometimes moaning sounds can also be heard. But people like this gentleman don't understand the scientific process and think that the soul is leaving the body. Bravo, my wise one, bravo. That's all for today. We will be back soon with another part because the picture is still not over, my friend. Stay connected and keep learning. Thank you.